Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. I felt like getting a little bit of fresh air today, so I thought I'd bring you along, have a little bit of fun. And instead of doing videos about prepping or about the end of the world or about the reset and all that kind of stuff, I thought I'd bring you around town, show you what Fairbanks looks like, and show you some of the spots that I regularly stop at. So on my way, the Alaskan Pipeline is here, so I thought I'd stop real quick. I've visited this spot before with you all, but I'm sure that some of you haven't seen the Alaskan Pipeline, or at least the portion that is here in Fairbanks. So as you can see behind me, there is a map of the Alaskan Pipeline. And as you can see here, the Alaskan Pipeline goes all the way from Prudhoe Bay, which is in the north part of Alaska, all the way down to Valdez. So it's a long way. You can actually see the Alaskan Pipeline when you're traveling down to Anchorage. You can see parts of it as you're traveling along. It's about 800 miles long, and the pipe has a diameter of about 4 feet. Let's go take a look at the pipe. That way you guys can see what it looks like. As you can see, there's tourists here right now checking it out. They're over there. And we won't spend too much time here because, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pipe. As you can see, it's a beautiful day today. The sun is out and the sky is clear. And look at this pipe. It goes down as far as the eye can see. And of course, they have a sign there that says, "Please don't climb." I'm not sure how many people have tried to climb this stuff, but obviously some people have, because there's a sign there that says, "Don't climb." And look at this. This is pretty cool. This is something I haven't seen. There's a whole bunch of stickers from people that have been here in the past. Look at that. That is pretty cool. I need to leave the AP signature here, huh? What do you guys think? As you can see, it goes all the way down as far as the eye can see down that way. And here's another map of the pipeline. As you can see, there's the Alaska map. And you can see where it starts all the way there in Prudhoe Bay and ends up in Valdez. This is what is called a pig. This is one of the old-fashioned pigs. What they use this for is to clean the inside of the pipe. So they would shoot it from one side to another. And this is what the new ones look like. Pigs in the pipeline. Devices called pigs improve the flow of the oil through the Trans-Alaska Pipeline and monitor its condition. Pigs are launched and received at pump stations and travel through the pipeline with the moving oil. Oh, that's pretty cool. The orange polymer urethane sample in this pipe segment is a cleaning and flow improvement pig. Other more sophisticated pigs use magnetic fields and ultrasonic signals to detect small changes in the pipe's wall's thickness and shape. Pigs are amongst the most important tools available for protecting the pipeline and detecting potential problems. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just got a class along with you guys on what these pigs do. I forgot that I have some garbage I gotta get rid of, and this here is the transfer station. This is the Farmers Loop transfer station. For those of you that don't know what a transfer station is, it's just a garbage collection site. So most people that live north of Fairbanks don't have any garbage service. So what we do is we get rid of our own garbage, and they provide this area here. You'll see that it's full of dumpsters where we can get rid of our garbage. Now this area right here is a place where you can get rid of big stuff that you want to get rid of. For example, if you have sofas or beds and things like that, you can get rid of them there. And as you can see here, we have a whole bunch of dumpsters. Same thing on my left over here, that we just stop here, get rid of our garbage. Then after this, we'll go ahead and head into town. All right, we're done with our garbage, and I decided not to stop in my favorite gas station today because it's already past noon. I really don't need another coffee. I've already had 2 cups today. So let's just go into town and see what there is to show you all. Ladies and gentlemen, there's really not that much to show you. Fairbanks is really like a lot of other small towns. It's supposed to be getting a lot colder tonight. It's like -5 right now. It's supposed to get to like -15, -20. However, where I live is pretty nice because it's usually about 10 degrees warmer than what it is in town. So we'll have to see what it looks like when we get in town. Not sure how well you can see that, but that's a Ford dealership right there. I believe it's the only Ford dealership in Fairbanks. And for those of you that are wondering the price of vehicles up here, you guys can check it out. It's a lot more expensive. I think they probably average, like for a new truck, probably gonna look at about $10,000 more up here than down in the lower 48. Here we have one of our several gas stations, and that over there is the Brown Jug. And what that is that is a store that sells nothing but spirits or alcoholic beverages. Behind it is one of our big motels. Never been there. Tell you the truth, I don't even know what the name of it is. Let me see if I can see what the name of this hotel is. It's called Candlewood Suites. Here we have a car shop where they fix cars. Well, they don't fix cars, they repair the body on cars. It's a body shop. There you can see McDonald's, and I actually think I'm gonna stop in McDonald's, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get me a Coke. Yes, I am. Let's head to our next location. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't give me a hard time. I only got a small Coke, which is hard to do because a small Coke costs just as much as a large Coke. Coke here in McDonald's is $1.50 for a Coke, or a soda, whatever size you get. It doesn't matter. It's $1.50. I'm not sure if that is the same down in the lower 48. As you can see, here is Lowe's. This is where I come a lot during the summer. One of the managers there pretty much knows me by name. Her name is Rexanne. And every time I go there, she knows me by name because I've probably spent about $50,000 to $60,000 at this Lowe's building my house. Now, everyone in Fairbanks was very excited for about a month. And the reason they were very excited is because we got a Sonics. They used to have a Carl's Jr. here in this little plaza, I guess you can call it. And they went out of business, I guess. They shut down, and then a Sonics came in. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, for about the first month, cars would be lined up all the way up to the highway. Where you saw me stop at the red light, cars would be lined up all the way to there. And as you can see here, we have a Domino's. Here's an AT&T and a Great Alaska Pizza Company, which is actually decent pizza. We usually have it about once a month. We have a Famous Footwear, an Old Navy, a Petco. We have a Papa Murphy's over here, along with a GameStop. And I guess this is a Japanese restaurant. I've never been to it, so I couldn't say if it's any good. There's a really nice Barnes & Nobles here. And one of my favorite places to go to is Sportsman's Warehouse. This is a great place to go to. Love coming in here. This here is our Lowe's. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I used to be a Home Depot kind of person. But when I got here, I'm not trying to throw Home Depot under the bus, but I'm just telling what my experience was. When I got here, I started going to Home Depot at first. And their customer service is just not that great. Like, I would ask them for something, and if the person didn't know what it was, he says, yeah, I don't know where that is, and just walk away. And then I came to Lowe's, and it's a different story here at Lowe's. At Lowe's, if you ask someone for something and they don't know where it is or what it is, they'll actually go get someone who specializes in that department, and then they'll help you out. I remember when I was getting my electrical panel for the house, I didn't know what kind of circuit breakers to get or what kind of breakers to get, right? And someone actually came over there. They showed me what kind of panel I should get for what I wanted. I needed a 100 amp panel. And then they even taught me how to put the circuit breakers in and how everything worked. And then with a little more research, I was able to install everything myself and actually do the electrical myself. When you're doing electrical, really all you're doing is you're just connecting extension cords. That's the way I look at it. You're connecting extension cords to your breaker panel, and then bringing them to wherever you want in the house, and then putting an outlet on it. This is our Walmart right here, where I almost never go to. I usually only come to Walmart to get oil changes on my vehicles, because to get an oil change here at Walmart, it's cheaper to have them do it than it would be for me to actually buy the oil and do it myself, not including the time. And then that's our Home Depot over there. You guys can see the Home Depot over there. And I go there very rarely. I did have to go to Home Depot this last year. That's where I bought my 2,500 gallon water tank. They're the only ones that sell them at the price that I could get it. But Lowe's doesn't sell water tanks. So I did go to Home Depot last year to get the water tank and to get that big green tent that I put up. Let's go ahead and head on over to Costco's. Here's one of the big banks in town. It's called Alaska USA. I go there every once in a while whenever the ATMs around town are out of money. It happens more and more often nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. The other day I stopped at 3 ATMs. They were all out of service. They didn't say they were out of money, but they said they were out of service. This is a pretty decent restaurant right here. It's called Banks. And this is our Fred Meyer in this plaza in here. Very expensive place to shop, but I would have to say that it's not as expensive as the Safeway that's in town. This here is our one car wash that we have in town. There's another car wash that's a bit farther away, but this is the one that we usually go to whenever we do wash our cars. I usually give the truck one bath a year. And we have a Walgreens right here. And in this plaza, there's also a Safeway. That right there is the Safeway gas station. And this here is called College Road, and that's the road that Costco is on. And now College Road has a lot of businesses. We have a big Starbucks here, which I never go to. It's called the Bentley Mall. There's an Office Max. I just bought a desk from there. There's an AutoZone. There's a Papa John's here. Never actually bought any pizza from this Papa John's. And I know you're not going to be able to see it, but in that little plaza over there is where I used to get my silver when I first started collecting silver after I got to Alaska. And that was before I visited Alaska Rare Coins. Alaska Rare Coins is by far the best place to buy silver in Alaska, and I think anywhere. I can't beat their prices anywhere online or anywhere else around here. A lot of these places I've never gone to. Like there's an iMart here, although I think I'm going to have to go to an eye doctor because I think I may be needing glasses. Getting old, ladies and gentlemen, getting old. And then, of course, we've got our Costco's. And I'm not going to stop at Costco today. Well, there's a Jiffy Lube right here. And that Jiffy Lube, they actually do a good job. The only thing I don't like about that Jiffy Lube is that they only provide one type of oil. So they only provide their house oil, the oil that they use, and that's it. And I even asked them, I was like, what if I bring the oil that I want you to use instead of using yours? They said yes, but I'd still have to charge you the same amount. So that's why I don't go there. Costco, I have to say that this Costco here, ladies and gentlemen, is just as good as the Costco that we used to visit in Washington State, because that Costco was very nice and clean, good customer service. Here I would say that it's just as good. It's a very nice, clean place to go and shop at, and the customer service is very good as well. So I have to say that I visited the Costco in Anchorage a few years back. I had to go there because I went there TDY for my job in the Army when I was still in the Army, and I was not very impressed at all. It wasn't very clean. It just didn't have a good look to it, as I think that a Costco should have. So let's go ahead and take you guys to Cushman, which is like in the inner city. It's one of the less favorable places to visit around here because there's a little bit of you know, bad things going on there. You know, there's a little more lawlessness around that part of town than there is elsewhere. However, I just want to show you guys how I get to my coin shop. So we'll go ahead and talk to you as soon as I'm close to it. If you can see that big stack of steam there, that's our power plant, GVEA, which they do a great job here, ladies and gentlemen. The electric company here does a great job. Almost every time that, not almost, every time that we've ever had a power outage, I mean, they are on it right away. I think the worst we've ever gone without power was about 4.5, maybe 5 hours at one time. And this here is where we get our bulk fuel. Our heating fuel, we can come here and get it in bulk if we want to save some money and not have it delivered. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, what you've been seeing for the last few seconds here, this is as city as Fairbanks gets. See how all the buildings are pretty close together. You know, we have one-way streets, a lot of one-way streets in this area. So this is about as city as Fairbanks gets. And now we're just about at the coin shop. I'm not going to go in today. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like from the outside. So if any of you are ever here, just find Cushman Street, Cushman and 2nd Avenue, and you're going to make a right-hand turn on 2nd Avenue, the only way you can go. You're going to make a right-hand turn, and I'm going to show you the store right here. Oh, look at that, somebody's giving out tickets. Isn't that nice? And as you can see there, that's Alaska Rare Coins. Well, I guess they have to earn a living somehow, taking other people's money. What they do, ladies and gentlemen, is whenever you park here, somebody like that gentleman that was walking around with that vest, what he'll do is he'll go ahead and mark your tire with a piece of chalk, and then he'll mark the time on a piece of paper or something as to when he marked your tire. And if you've been there for more, I think it's a 2 hour or a 1 hour, I'm not sure. But if you exceed the amount of time that you've been there, he'll come back and he'll see that he marked that chalk at what time. He'll check his notebook. If you've been there more than an hour or 2 hours, I'm not sure exactly how long it is, then he'll go ahead and write you a citation for parking on a street that you pay taxes for too long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is about all there is to show you, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this is just a little city like any other city. This part right here where I'm in is pretty much where the main part of Fairbanks City is. It's like the real city, unlike where I live, which is the outskirts, out in the country, I guess you can call it. So I hope you guys had a little bit of fun looking around and seeing what Fairbanks looks like. Everything is starting to brighten up now that the temperature is going back down. I noticed when I went out this morning that it was a beautiful day outside. As you can see, the sky is beautiful, but I did notice that it's a little cooler than what it's been in the last couple of weeks, I guess you can say. For some reason, the La Nina storm system, or whatever they call it, is passing by this year, and it's made our winter a lot warmer than normal. than what it normally is. So when I went outside and I noticed that it was nice and chilly outside, I looked at the thermometer and it was like 5 degrees. And now here in town, let's see, it's 0 degrees here in town. It's supposed to get to like -15, -20 tonight. So we'll have clear skies for a few days. All right, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I hope you guys had a good time. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.